Hi everybody, my name is Mrs. Bourbon. I am here from the Eastern Oregon REN. This is the mini-series part 2 for Blooket. Today I am going to show you how to host a Blooket as well as the student point of view, and then how you are able to see the data after the game. If you have not learned more about the beginnings of Blooket, please go back and watch part 1. All right, here we go. The first thing you're going to do is go to your dashboard. So when you go to blooket.com and you log in, you'll go to your dashboard. You are going to choose the game you'd like to play. For the sake of it, we're going to go ahead and do powers of 10. I'm going to hit host. You can also do solo versions where students can play by themselves, but we're going to do a whole game. This will come up and there's all these games you get to choose from. Usually what I do is I use my sticks and let a student choose. We're going to go ahead and play Fishing Frenzy. I'm going to hit host game. Now you can choose how many minutes. I just keep it at the 7 minutes. Host now. Students will then go to blooket.com/play. For the sake of time, I sometimes will just put this link into my Google Classroom if you do use that. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to log in as a student so that you can see the student point of view. When the student gets here, it's going to ask for the game ID, which will be up on the main screen because you will have this up on your teacher screen, 800262. I'm going to go ahead and hit play. I'm going to go ahead and put my name. The cool thing is there's new Blooks all the time, and when kids do really well in their Blooket games and answer lots of questions, they can unlock new Blookets. So they get to choose which one they'd like to be, and then they have to wait for you. So this is your screen. It looks like there's one player. If somebody has a bad name that you don't want to allow, you can just click the name and it goes away and they have to re-log in. Because today it's just me as a player, I'm going to go ahead and hit start. It's going to start putting up the directions on how to play this game. The student will just say look up at the host screen on their screen. It'll go through the directions of how to play the game. You can also just hit skip. It will show all the students, first, second, third, all the way through like 27, or however many students that you have. So this is what it looks like, on the student's screen. So they click anywhere on the screen, they hook something, and again, this goes on their own pace. Click any, then it gives them a problem. So then they answer it. I'm going to answer some correct and some incorrect just for the sake of the data at the end of the game. And they got an old boot, so they only got 1 pound. So what they're trying to do is get as many pounds of fish as they can. So that one, they got 25 pounds, and they just keep answering. Again, this is at their own pace. They don't have to wait for anybody. I'm going to go ahead and mark that one wrong so that we can see that later. But they go at their own pace, which is really awesome. So they continue to get all the practice and not have to wait for a timer or the teacher to move on or the students to move on. And the teacher can walk around. This is what it looks like on the teacher's screen. You can see how many pounds each person's got. You can also see who's answering questions. The fish will jump up here. And then you're able to walk around and help students as they're playing the game. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pretend that the 7 minutes is over. So over here, I'm going to go ahead and click this, and it will end my game. It'll show who got first, second, and third place. And again, since I was the only player, and then you can go ahead and view the report, which is super awesome. And it'll say each player, how many they got correct, and then it'll go through each question as well, what questions people got right and wrong. So then you're able to go through with your students and hit questions maybe that they're struggling with. All right, it's a super fun game. Kids love it. Thanks for listening.